Hey, what's going on, everybody? Flex Nuts here out of 146 000, the melee guy. So I wanted to bring you a video for the Duel of Dominance round. Just prior to knockout rounds, I think it's the last rotation during Duel for Dominance that is right before rest day and then going into knockout rounds. It's going to show some clips of some of my attacks and defense. Right now, as you can see, currently ranked third. We're not done yet for the day. We got a little bit more left, but I am done because I'm depleted. First off, I want to apologize. My voice may sound a little raspy. Just came off of a good old flu situation. Finally got my voice back, even though it's not completely back, but just going to have to deal with it. So let's start it off with, we're going to click on battle. Excuse me. We're going to go into our battle record here. And I'm going to pull up my reports. And this is against WOF out of Nation 1. Super strong alliance. Really good people. We've crossed paths with them before. But they matched us against each other during this round of Duel for Dominance. So let's go through some of these. These are my defensive hits here. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. All right. 900 LRA, 620 melee HP, good city. I am sitting at 12 and 12 for melee and melee HP. Now, again, as a reminder for some of you who have seen my previous videos and for those who have never watched my videos, what I do during Duel for Dominance is, personally, I just use AOO buff. AOO, for me, is better than a gold shield because I can apply my AOO buff with all-rounded army defense, and I actually get a better benefit from this. If you don't know, AOO buff for the breakthrough ability, it shields your front line for a set amount of time and or damage. A certain amount of damage will break the bubble. So that it's a great buff for everyone. However, me in particular, as a full melee user, my entire fleet is covered in AOO, aside for, maybe zombies and if I have a few backline. So it essentially does the same thing for me personally as a gold shield. So let's go ahead and jump into the video here. All right. This is Miss Becky. Moving on to the next one. We got a 1,051% long range attack, 840 melee HP. Let's see what happens. All right, moving on. This guy's got 822 LRA, 475 melee HP. Yeah, once that front line drops on the enemy and you get to the back line, it goes pretty quick. All right, green 81, 882 long range, 552 melee HP. Now, for those who don't know, when you're making your Duel for Dominance defense fleet, you want to buff up completely as high as you can, because the moment you do, you can lock that fleet in and it will last the entire duration for Duel of Dominance, each round. So if you use AOO, you've got Marshall, use your best fleet buffs, it'll stay the entire time as long as you don't alter it. Attack is completely different. Attack only lasts each rotation, but for defense, yeah, it'll last the entire, was it about 14 days if you're going all the way through to knockout rounds, semifinals, finals. But yeah, it's something to consider. All right, and that was Marine. Moving on to the next one. Again, I do apologize for my voice. I just now recently got it back. All right, 911 LRA, 566 melee HP. Let's take a look. And another good tip, poisonous gas is a great ability or item to use. However, it does nothing to gold shields or Aeon. So when I say nothing, it does 1 troop kill per second. It's next to nothing. Whereas if the enemy's not using a gold shield, and if they're using Aeon buff, it'll take the 20% from the entire fleet percentage from mid-range, mid-line, and or backline, as long as you stay alive for about 10 seconds. Super good ability. Item, rather. All right, moving on. 891 LRA, 580 melee HP. As you can see, they're trimming my fleet down. Got 167,000 armored infantry left. All right. You can see here he's using poisonous gas. So perfect example. When we play this video, I want you to watch the Aeon shield as it takes 1 damage. That's it. So 1100% LRA, 820 melee HP. Let's take a look. Now, as you can see, 1 damage on the armored infantry, 1 damage. So it is attacking my zombies pretty good. So the poisonous gas does do good in that aspect in terms of killing things that aren't shielded by Aeon. But now that that item is finishes duration, my Aeon shield dropped, so it didn't really affect my armored infantry, which allows me to sustain and be a brick wall for the Alliance. All right, and that was against RP5. Let's keep going. All right. 887 LRA, 573 melee HP. And armored infantry troops they're hanging in there, down to 135. Yeah, as soon as they get to that back line, watch these cannons just fold. Too easy. All right, next guy. 875 LRA, melee HP 426. So this is one of the old school players, as you can tell, they just built wrong. Long range HP, it's a very good and useful stat, especially if you have T12 lasers. However, if they break that front line, you know, everything in the back line, it's going to fold. So this guy should start really considering working on that melee HP. All right, let's watch this video. All right. Even with that much long range HP, as you can see, that those cannons just fold in half. All right, moving on to the next one. That was Dream. Let's see here, this guy. So he's using an all-rounded army attack, which is smart. They know what fleet I have, and they're going to try their best to break it. 921 LRA, 572 melee HP. So he actually used AON during his attack phase. Didn't really help him much. And another good little benefit of these armored infantry troops, even while shielded in AON, the troop ability to reflect damage still works. So even though I'm not taking much damage because of AON, I'm reflecting back what they're doing anyway. So that's a good benefit of that. Alright, moving on. This guy right here got me. Poison gas. This is one of their stronger fighters. 1300% LRA. Melee right at 950. I'm down to 222,000 fleet size. Took out my Titans pretty quick. That actually hurt me there. All right. It wasn't a bad run. You know, I know I surprised a lot of these guys when they jump in and think they're just going to push through. And they run into a full melee user. It can be shocking, and people don't know how to really deal with it. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry. 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Took 11 of the WOF players to finally bring me down. I'm quite happy with that. I can't complain. Alright, now this is my attack phase here against WOF. Now I don't have Aeon buff. My cooldown wasn't up, unfortunately, so these are going to be without being fully buffed. Alright, so this guy's got 1113 LRA, melee HP 830. This is a good city here. Now when I attack, generally I use all-rounded attack, but in this case, I know he's got nothing but backline for the most part. Yeah. So I'm going to go push through this. Oh, wait, I'll take that back. He's got a little bit of shredder. All right. One down. Moving on. This is one of the people who attacked me on defense. 883 LRA. Got 700% long range HP. Melee is 429. So what we try to do is have some of the smaller fleet players do what they can to clear front line. It allows more of the heavier hitters to come in and clear midline, backline while taking minimum losses. It's a smart strategy, but some situations, you know, it doesn't always pan out. All right. This player here, 908 LRA, 730 melee HP. It's a good city. And he's got Aeon up. That's smart. All right, I'm down 299k fleet. On to the next one. Wait, is this the one we just watched? I think it is. Yep. All right. 956 LRA, 720 melee HP. Let's take a look. During knockout rounds, I'm going to have Aeon for the attack phase, so my videos will be a bit different. I can show you what it looks like to walk in with a large amount of armored infantry with siege bonuses and all that good stuff during the attack side. Definitely changes the entire outcome of the game. Alright. Xenia. Next person's going to be Stranger. There we go. 900 LRA, melee HP 600. As you can see, he's pretty well empty. I'm just coming in here for a cleanup. Okay, another cleanup here. Strong player here. 1450 LRA, 950 melee HP. Alright. Yeah, his Titans are pretty strong. Let's see how many kills he got with his Titans. 25k for each Titan. That's pretty impressive. I wish my Titans were that strong. Alright, so that was my... Was that my loss? No, that was the win here. Okay, this is going to be my loss on attack against WOF. So let's take a look here. I'm down to 113,000 fleet. 1110 LRA. 802 melee HP. Another strong city. Take a look here. And he's got Aeon up. One of the negatives about being full melee is coming into a fight with someone that has a lot of shredders with strong melee HP. It just holds me up for so long to the point where I may or may not break past. I just don't dish enough damage as full melee compared to, you know, LRA and MRA. So that is a downside. But with the officer passive abilities and the troop type ability for armored infantry, I'm able to damage some of their backline. But yeah, I'm not even strong enough to break this guy's Aeon shield on the shredders. That's just the way a cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, we'll get a run. I am not upset about this run today. And that is against WOF, Nation 1. On this side right here, we are at IGB, Nation 33. Let's take a look at the battle records. Alright, looks like these guys only attacked me once. So let's take a look here. 868 LRA, 426 melee HP. Nothing crazy here. Yep, 12 and 12 still. I guess that one guy attacked me and they're like, screw that shit. They went on to a new lane. Because I still haven't been hit again by him. Alright, so here's my attacking phase here. Start at the bottom. Going with this guy named Wraiths. Alright. 1200 LRA, 806 melee HP. And this is probably my favorite item to use. Yeah, it's just a solid item. 25% reduction to damage. And a boost of 25% damage to the enemy. So let's watch this. And he has Aeon up. So that one actually did a little bit of damage to me. I lost 236,000 on that. But it was a strong city. I'm not upset about that. Alright, moving on. This looks like a cleanup here. 36,000 troops left. 900 LRA, 568 melee HP. And the main reason I use this item here is so I could get some more points for the honor ranking. Got a bunch of those items, so I'm not upset about wasting it. Alright, 144,000 fleet size, another cleanup job. 1042 LRA, 776 melee HP. All right. Next one. 225 fleet size to the enemy. 900 LRA. 600 MRA. This is kind of a different build. Looks like a hybrid city. All right. And he's not even using any mid-range troops. That or they were already killed by another player, which is a good possibility. All right. That was a guy named Death. Let's see who's the next one here. Wilkie. 163,000 fleet size left. 930 LRA, 608 melee HP. Yeah, he only had backline. I wonder if I used back row killer here, did I? I did. Alright, X Grinder. 239 total units. 837 LRA, 606 melee HP. And he's got Aeon. Bye-bye backline. All right. Next one's going to be JF8931. 396,000 total units left. Excuse me. Sorry. 930 LRA, 650 melee HP. With Aeon buff. Didn't last very long for him though. Yeah, once I get back there, them cannons just fall to pieces. All right. Next one's going to be a guy named Gar. All right. He has 315,000 fleet size. I'm down to 160. 920 LRA. Melee HP, roughly 600. Let's take a look. Aeon is up on him. Yeah, let's melt these cannons. Those are staying alive longer than I expected. But I'm also down to 100,000 fleet size, so you can expect that to take a little longer. All right. Next one, 268,000 fleet size. 936 LRA, 620 melee HP. Let's take a look. Again, a lot of these are me coming in doing cleanup, so they're not, all the enemies are not at full fleet for this. But this is by design. We do this on purpose. All right. Squid Game is down. Moving on to the next one. Last one, and I lose here. He has 350,000 units. 4 to 5 firepower buff. I decided to go out with a bang with poisonous gas. Forgot to look at his stats real quick. 840 LRA, 466 melee HP. Wasn't able to take him out, but I did put a good dent in it. Let's see here. I had 44,000 units. Took out 160,000. Not upset about that. It's a good return on my investment there. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Took out 10 of the IGB players. Again, not a bad run for a melee guy. But that's where we're at right now currently in this DD. It's not over yet, so I'm not going to jump in and show where everybody's at. Not going to give that away, but yeah, I apologize again for my voice. I know it's a little raspy, hasn't quite came back in full effect, but that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions or concerns, drop a comment, hit me up on Discord. I'll be happy to reply.